Never did you think that I'd make it this far. For some reason, you thought I'd surrender from the start. My dignity erased your travesty. No longer will I take a dose of foolery. Didn't I tell you throughout this major move there was gonna be a backslide? Ha. But that never hurt my pride. You're a disbeliever, but I'm an achiever. Despite crash landing, I still remain standing. In your face, the joke's on you, 'cause you didn't think I'd make it through. Here I stand, I'm not gonna stop. I'm climbing my way to the top. You better look out for me. I'm on my way to victory. There's a lot more to be done. I'm on the road to my destination.
More music variety on Power Ace Radio.
Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome to another special edition of PAR Meet the Artist. As you know, on this show, we introduce different artists from all over the world, and today is no exception. So if I get my guests to I'll get you to introduce yourself, please. Tell us what you do. Tell us where you're from as well, please.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Ahmad McCown. I am from Newark, Delaware. Have a background in sales and customer service, but I'm an independent artist as well. Work full-time on my job and part-time on my fortune, and looking forward to getting to know all of you.
That's great. I like that. Short and sweet and concise. So let's drive straight into it. So you do your day job, and then music is the sort of dream that we're building, right? So how long have you been doing music for?
Well, I come from a musical family. My father sang, and he also plays the keyboard. He played the saxophone. I have some uncles that have played multiple instruments as well. And I'm the one in the family that really decided to take it to the next level. I sang in the choir when I was in school. I sang in high school talent shows, sang at my church. And as far as doing it professionally, I decided to do it in 2020. That's when I released my debut single. But I've been writing and composing music for 18 years now and absolutely love it.
So that's really, really cool. 18 years, that's a long time. And so in 2020, you've been doing it all this while, but you've never really taken the bull by the horn. So what happened in 2020? Why did you think, yep, this is the year, this is my year to make something happen?
Absolutely. See, when 2020 came, that was when I turned 30. And I knew that it was time for me to really go pursue what I was given, what God gave me to do. To be honest, it actually began to me, I'll say 2017, because that's when I kept, running into people that did music and they were pursuing their dream and they were going after what they wanted to do in life. And for me, I'm thinking, okay, God, you're telling me something. Like, it is time for me to really step out, take that leap of faith, regardless of what other people think, and go after what I love. So I believe that, we only have one life and it's all based on how we live it. And 2020 was that year, like, yes, it's time for me to go out and do this. I don't care what other people think. I'm doing something that I love, and I know that I will make a difference.
Wow, that is really, really cool. And I want to dig a bit more into that, because it is, we're talking about music, but then we're talking about something a bit different, which is actually life coaching itself. This is something that I'm sure a lot of us go through, where, yeah, you have a dream, you want to do it, but you're like, So how did you go through breaking it and going, you know what, I'm going to do it regardless of what anybody else thinks? What are your kind of process to think, okay, I need to stop procrastinating now. Now it's time to make this is how I'm going to do it to make sure it's.
Yeah, what it all boils down to is having the right mindset, and also surrounding yourself with people who have that same dream and that same drive and motivation as you do. You have to become a master of your own environment. Environment is key. You want to surround yourself with people who want to make something of themselves, who want to make a difference into the world, who want to fully invest in themselves and realize that there is so much more to life than what's going on right now. So if you stay around people who have that same mindset, if you continue to become a master of your environment, then you can achieve anything. So for anyone out there, if you feel as if you can make a difference or you want to really take some time to make a change, surround yourself with people who support you, who have that same state of mind.
Wow, that's a really positive answer. I take that on board for myself. It's really, really good. But how do you weigh the way as an independent artist? Now, this is a real problem because everybody, it's like, yeah, I can do this for you. This one, see, I can do that. I can do that. How do you weigh the noise to concentrate, to go, okay, yep, these are the channels I'm going to take to make sure I get there?
Well, it pretty much goes back to what I was talking about. I mean, you want to also surround yourself with people who have the same background as you're doing. You know what I mean? For me, I have a great support system as far as my engineer that I've worked with, and also building relationships with other people. Like, for example, the internet is definitely a great marketing tool. So you want to reach out to those who are in the similar background that you're in. If you're looking to become a better writer, become a better producer, whatever the case may be, or want to expand and build your brand, connect with people who have that same background. And then once you connect with them, relationships are built and you all can achieve anything.
Wow, that's a really invaluable advice, like the people out there, they need to be paying you for this advice, not just for your music.
Yes.
So let's go back into music. So the first one you sent, so it's called My Name is Ahmad, right?
Ahmad is my name, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, straight away looking at the title, I thought, oh, it's like Eminem. It's like gonna be like, my name is Slim Shady. So tell us what the sort of like the thought process of creating this is.
Absolutely. Now, when you listen to the title of the song, you would think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just telling the world who I am, but it's a lot deeper than that. I mean, in the beginning of the song, I'm pretty much apologizing to the listeners for not giving them a proper introduction prior to my debut. So what I'm saying in the song is, I'm telling you what my name is, yes, but I'm also telling you what my overall motive is. And that is to change the world with this gift that I was given at birth. And as you continue to listen to the song, I refer to myself in the beginning and then I refer to the listener. So what I'm saying is, we all have gifts. We all have special talents. So my overall message in the song is to make a difference. I'm here to make a difference, but in order for me to make that difference, I need the help from all of you.
Wow, yeah, that's really, really cool. And so now you've released the track.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel that people are responding to it? Because yeah, it's one that they're responding to and they're like, yeah, we like that song, but then they're not actually getting the message. Do you think they're getting the message as much as they're liking it?
I think with a song like this, they might have to listen to it a couple of times to really get the message, because we now live in an age where people are focused on the beat. They're not really into lyrical content. And with the music, it's a very dance pop type record, which I wasn't really going for in the beginning. Shout out to my engineer, Kevin James from Catch Noise Productions. I said to him, I'm like, this sounds very dance pop. He says, this is good for you because it shows your growth. But with the lyrics behind it, okay, my goal as far as music is to not just give you a good beat, but also give you lyrics behind it. I'm going to give you something that people can continue to listen to. So I feel that if you continue to listen to the song, repeatedly or on a more consistent basis, you'll get an overall idea as to what the message is.
That's a really, really good. Power Ice Radio, sure people will come and request the song, listen to it a few times, because I did listen to it a few times. So you said your background, obviously you have family, you have musicians, then you dived into music. Now, this is what I call my kind of random further question. Well, you do marketing. That's what you do, marketing, you see? Sales, marketing?
Well, yeah, my day job is pretty much sales. I've worked in retail. I've worked in financial services, call centers, whatever the case may be. So I could put it in one category.
Yeah. So let's say we leave that, we put that on one side, and we go, okay, So in your spare time, you want to do art. So if you didn't do music, what else would you do?
If I didn't do music, to me, I feel like I would do anything that would definitely help people. For me, like I know what my gift is, and my gift is a lot deeper than music. It's the ability to express emotions through various forms of art. You know, I would just pretty much use my voice to make a difference, whether it's motivational speaking, whether it's acting. I love to dance as well. So anything that's art related, anything that involves expressing your emotions, because your voice can be very powerful. You can say a sentence, you can say a phrase, whatever the case may be. As long as I connect with somebody and as long as someone can relate to what I'm talking about, then I've done my part.
I like that. I really like that a lot. Because a lot of people go, oh, well, I don't know, this is it. But, music is an art, as you said, for you, it's about expressing yourself and what you're giving is helping other people. So, art generally, so kudos to you. And I'm glad you're in music. So
Thank
let's
you.
keep you in there. And while we're on these subjects, let's hit on the important bit. So for the people that are just finding you, how can they go and get your music? Do you have social media? How can we find all the things you're doing?
Absolutely. There is a website that has links to all of my music. It's called songwhip.com. So you would go to songwhip.com/Ahmad McCown. I'm also on Instagram, Ahmad_McCown90. I'm also on TikTok at Ahmad McCown and Twitter, Ahmad McCown90. And I also have the music video to that song, Ahmad is My Name. It's also available on YouTube as well as Vivo. And I also have another video called My Destination, which is another popular song of mine. It's also on YouTube. So check me out.
Perfect. That's great. I like that. Just for the listeners, so the spelling is AHMAD and MCCOWN. So go and check out Ahmad McCown. He's got some really good stuff. And let me kind of move on to, as we're getting into Christmas, this is my Christmassy question. And I like the outfit. I'm not quite dressed for it, but it looks like you're dressed for Christmas, right? So I have this Christmas tree, and I'm putting all different, like the baubles, the little signs. So if there was one of those decorations that will represent you, if I can put on my tree, what will it be and why? So it could be literally anything. It might be even something that is not conventional.
That's a great question. But if I were to choose, I would pick an angel because I have a good heart.
Mm.
That's it.
Wow, that's really cool. Right. I've heard of angels. Yeah, people go, oh, yeah, I want to be the angel, but like I like that. You connected it back to what what you've been saying from the beginning. So, pick an angel because you're an angel sent to deliver a message and to I like that. Really like that answer. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And okay, let's go into this one. What is in the pipeline for you?
Well, for me, I take personal development very seriously. I believe in growing myself. And as you continue to grow yourself, the right people are going to come into your life. I want to continue to learn my craft. I'm forever a student of the game. Wanted to learn more about marketing, website development, merchandising, and networking and getting to know people and meeting people like yourself and traveling a lot and putting myself out there, not just so on Zoom or any type of virtual device, but also being out there in person, because with the type of heart that I have and the person that I am, people need to see me in person. So basically just expanding my brand overall.
That's a good answer. Because, people kind of, I think they miss out on this whole networking and, they just go, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this or I'm going to do that. But you got to build, you got to grow. It's like a child, just doesn't stay in the same position. But the only way you can grow is by getting fed. And how do you get fed in this sort of industry? Networking. Networking, as you said from the beginning, with the right people. So yeah, we get really, really good advice from you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, it's my way of adding value to other people. That's what intentional living is all about. I said it's my way of adding value to others because I feel that's what intentional living is all about, adding value to others. So if I'm adding value to you, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
That's great. That's great. And you're definitely, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure to the listeners, it will be exactly the same. Now, let me go into kind of my next question. As to, so grew up in a music family, you've done music for 18 years. So which artists would you say are your inspiration? What sort of artists do you listen to?
Oh my goodness. There's so many of them. I'll keep it short though. When I was a toddler, I was introduced to Tevin Campbell. My mom was a big fan of him. And of course the classics as well, Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Whitney Houston. As I got older, I got more into the writing process. So Kenneth Babyface Edmonds is one of my all-time favorites that I look up to. And I've been compared to him as far as writing wise, which is an honor to me and very flattering. Other producers, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Teddy Riley, songwriters such as Diane Warren. I mean, the list goes on and on. I listen to a lot because, you can't just learn from one person. You take a little bit from each person. And once you mold that together, you create yourself, you create your own identity, you create your own image. So I've learned from all of them.
That's a really great answer. Really good names you've named there. And obviously this question has a part 2. So maybe not the answers maybe not the names you listed, but if you could perform with one artist, dead or alive, maybe an artist or even a band, who would it be and why?
I've got to pick one person. Okay. This is tough. Well, normally I would say Usher, but I'm going to do the curve and I'm going to say Michael Jackson because he paved the way for a lot of the artists I mentioned before. If it wasn't for him, he pretty much set the foundation. A lot of these other artists wouldn't exist. So I'm going to go with Michael Jackson.
That's an amazing answer. I reckon that would be definitely a kick-ass show. Unfortunately, we can't make that happen. Well, let's not say we can't, because in the digital world, as we're going into all this,
right,
it could potentially happen. So let's just keep speaking to existence, right?
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's go into kind of my next question. So you pick this artist, you've released a few sort of tracks so far. Out of everything you've released, which one would you say is your favorite? Might not be necessarily the one that blows the most, but what's the favorite track that you've released?
Definitely My Destination. My Destination, which is the second single that I released in 2021. I knew the moment I wrote the song, it was going to be good. I'll never forget this. I was sitting on my couch and I'd already recorded the song, but I wanted to go with a ballad instead. But if it gets to a point where I'm singing it a lot and it's constantly in my head, I'm like, this is it. This is it. And the reason why it's my favorite is because I feel it's a song that everyone can relate to, whether if you're an adult or a child. Because that song, what you're saying is, despite what people think about you, you're going to continue to go after your dream. We have that power to do whatever we want as long as we set our minds to it. So I can just listen to that song. And I'm not saying this to be biased, but I feel like I wrote a classic. Like you can listen to that song and it's going to last forever. And now there's a video attached to it, people can see what I look like that has more of a visual aid. I know that song can go far. So My Destination is definitely my favorite.
Awesome. Wow, definitely good. Go and listen to that after this interview. That's my next task. But do you mind giving us a little acapella of your favorite bits of it?
A little, sure. Of My Destination, of course. I'll give you something. Here you go. Never did you think that I'd make it this far. For some reason, you thought I'd surrender from the start. My dignity erased your travesty. No longer will I take a dose of foolery. Didn't I tell you throughout this major move there was gonna be a backslide? But that never hurt my pride. You're a disbeliever, but I'm an achiever. Despite crash landing, I still remain standing. In your face, the joke's on you, 'cause you didn't think I'd make it through. Here I stand, I'm not gonna stop. I'm climbing my way to the top. You better look out for me. I'm on my way to victory. There's a lot more to be done. I'm on the road to my destination. Thank you.
Wow. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. You know, I get what you mean. It catches you and like, yeah, I've definitely got to go and listen to that after we finish this interview. That sounds like a beautiful track. Thank you so much for
Of
doing
course.
that.
Absolutely.
And I can definitely tell why it's your favorite. You know, well, I think it might be my favorite once I've listened to a few more of your songs. So
Absolutely.
so as we're kind of wrapping up, what would you like to say to, so I'll put this as two parts really, because you've been doing this for a while. So for the people that know you already, that have been following your journey, what would you like to say to them? And the second part is for the new people that are finding you for Power Ace Radio or, you know, wherever this is going to reach, what would you like to say to them?
So for those who have been with me, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. You've believed in me since day one, and I hope that I've inspired you. Now, for those who are looking to get into this industry and break into it, all I can say is never be afraid to invest in yourself. Okay. And it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it right now. And you have to become a master of your environment and can take control of this. This belongs to you. What you think is what you become.
Mm.
And as long as you continue to be in an environment with positive and like-minded people, you can achieve anything. If you feel as if that you can change the world, you can. And don't you dare let anyone tell you otherwise. The ball is in your court. The way you live your life depends on you.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think you might have to take this inspirational speaking bit as well. I think you might have to add that to your talent, and you know, you just have that boom. You know,
I've tried that before.
yeah. You know, I didn't know what the word was. That's why I was saying, yeah. That's as the French would call it, the certain je ne sais quoi. And you know, I just would like to ask this question. You've been such a positive, I see you've got great energy around you, and you said you network with a lot of people. How do you, you're a busy man, you know, you've got a day job, you do this, then you try and network. How do you keep yourself, keep yourself sane, like, you know, going through all of these? How do you give your body like, oh, okay, it's me time? What do you do?
Yeah, it's all with time management. I mean, yes, we're all busy, but I've always made sure that despite how busy that I am, I don't care what hour it is. I always make some time for myself. Even working on music is me time. I look at that as me time. To me, it's not work.
Mm.
I feel that if you know that you have a big dream outside of your 9 to 5, and you're choosing not to work on your dream outside of your 9 to 5, then that means you've chosen to be mediocre.
Mm.
That's just my philosophy. That's how I believe. That's what I believe in. So for me, my me time is actually me working on my music or reading or listening to something positive. No matter what hour it is, I always make time for it. I don't care if it's in the middle of the night. I have to do something because we're all worth more than a paycheck. So I don't care what hour it is. If you're busy, if you work a lot, always make time for yourself, no matter what time it is.
Thank you. I just like to, I always ask this, you know, especially we all look at you like, oh yeah, these superstars, they're just superhuman. They just can just do it. They don't even need to sleep. But yes, it's good to hear that. Oh yeah, the superstar does take time for himself. So everybody, please take time for yourself too. And let me ask my final. This I call my random question.
Okay.
I like food, and I'm curious about what sort of things people are about. So, if there was a dish from anywhere in the world that will represent you as a person, from your normal, just not just the music you have a day job, you have your personality, you have family, you have something that will represent a total you, or it's a dish. What dish can we expect? What sort of ingredients are in there? And why would you be that dish?
Ooh. Okay, I was not expecting a question like this. But if I were to choose a dish, I would say, does it have to be, can it be a dessert or can it be
Anything at all that you can eat.
anything we can eat? I would say I love chocolate. A chocolate cake. I love chocolate because it's sweet, and I'm a sweet person. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that, a chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake is. So yeah, well, because it's just like to ask that question because then you get to see it's like it's not serious. You get to see the unserious side of
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
So it's been really, really great having you on the show. So any closing remarks from you, Ahmad?
If you feel that you were born different to make a difference, you're right. Make that difference in the world. And that's all I have for you.
That's a great closing remark. I have nothing else to add. I'll just say thank you so much, from your busy schedule and making it to come and talk to us on the show, share your wealth of knowledge. It's really amazing. Thank you so much for coming, and hopefully we'll catch up again pretty soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Power Ace Radio.